Hello, welcome back. This is going to be the Cancer August 2021 energy reading for you. You could be watching this if you are curious, if you are a Cancer sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, if you know a Cancer. There's many reasons. As I've been doing these, I get a little goofy. My energy gets a little goofy. So I'll probably get these out to you steadily, slowly. But whenever I push myself and do a bunch back to back, I just start to get a little weird. So I hope you enjoy this, Cancer. What do I want to say to you, Cancer? Yeah, so you could be cross-watching. You could be curious about someone else in your life that's a Cancer. You yourself could be a Cancer. You in one of those placements. They're general readings. Make sure that if it doesn't resonate, you don't try and make it fit. Take it if it does. Don't if it doesn't. Please like, share, and subscribe. That helps a lot. I haven't done these in a while because these monthly horoscope readings, just because they do zodiac readings, not horoscope, sorry. See, they take a lot of energy. So I am keeping these as short as possible, but I am getting you the messages. So a couple of them have run a little bit longer, and it's not because I am playing favorites. It's truly because there were more messages that needed to come through. So I'm just listening to my guides on that. Cancer, the message that's been coming through as I've just been kind of shuffling, preparing for your reading, you are so divinely protected. It feels that there's been a lot of need for that cocoon-like energy for you. We're going to dive in and we're going to see why and what that could be about, or if anything comes through. But as I was shuffling and I was connecting with your energy, I was really feeling like the angels, your guides, perhaps your ancestors, they are really cocooning you in white light, blessings, white light. So if I'm talking about you, if I'm talking about your person, just know that there is this extra barrier, this, not a negative barrier, but there's a protected barrier layer right now between you and the world. As you go through whatever it is that you've been experiencing, these initiations. So do not fear. There's nothing to fear, Cancer. Let's check in for this month. Okay, well, that's why. No shit. Okay. First card out is a Tower. So that's why. No wonder. There's a disruption. So, Cancer, trust that whatever is occurring for you right now is bringing you bounty, a blessing, and abundance. Your spiritual union. Yeah, that's really what I was feeling. And I was really feeling that Spirit is holding this connection in God's hands. It's just cradled. Because I feel that there's perhaps have been a lot of attack, psychic attack, 3D attack, tower moments, a lot of disruption and chaos. And I feel on both sides, Cancer. So if you're cross-watching and you're watching for your person has a lot of, perhaps an entire family, perhaps a lot of karmic, intense energies. But then also for, so whoever's divine masculine, whoever divine feminine, that you both have these sort of toxic, dark empaths on either side. And the Tower is here to bring about the Six of Swords, to move on. You are moving on this month. You are walking away from all of this chaos, destruction, because you are using your intuition. This is the High Priestess. So you are trusting in the divine, and you are allowing the divine to help you move one foot in front of the other. I'm hearing hard won. So there's been a lot of hard won lessons, hard won battles. Perhaps it came through resisting. Perhaps there was a lot of things that you had been in the past resisting out of a fear, out of a not knowing, out of having a lack of clarity. Whether I'm speaking to you or your person, there may have been resistance. And it's through this resistance, this contraction, that you've been able to refine. I'm reminded of how a diamond is made, and through that pressure and that oh, I was going to use the word polarity, but that's not correct. But it's like the pressure cooker, you know, like, and so also forgive yourself, okay, Cancer. Or okay, so forgive your masculine. If you're cross watching and this is for your masculine and you've been really hurt, just forgive. Forgiveness is really a big theme here, because Cancer is on path. You're listening to the divine. You're getting the guidance. This month is all about this spiritual union. So whether that's grounding in the physical yet or not, that's to be told. And again, this is a general message. So some people could be really grounding it. Some people may still be kind of making way and carving the path, paving the path forward. But there is this beautiful cup of love that is being shared. It's reciprocal. It is, I mean, you see the heart on the card, you see their third eyes connecting. It's just really, really beautiful energy. And it's hard won is what I'm hearing, because, and so that's kind of the train of thought I was on about the forgiveness piece, is like, it's important to forgive yourself. It's important to not be so hard on yourself, Cancer or Cancer's person. In the sense of like, well, why didn't I see it before? How come I didn't figure it out? And, you know, if I am talking about your a masculine that perhaps you haven't been in contact with, know that that's what they're working on right now. They're working on forgiving themselves so they can come forward with this Eight of Wands, this accelerated motion forward towards you, free. They need to be free. But these connections are so divinely protected, and August might be a month of kind of recuperation, resting and rejuvenating. This is the Four of Swords. So for some, I do feel like this resting in each other's arms is something I'm hearing. So that could very well be a thing. After the Tower, there's always a necessary, there's like a moving on, and then there's a rest and recuperation. And for some, you're going to be 111 on my clock. You're going to be going through this restoration and this kind of like going inward, taking care of yourself, listening to your higher guidance and your intuition always. But so for some, you're going to be doing that kind of in your separate corners, and then that's what's going to be paving the way for this union to come through. But for some, I am seeing that this Tower is going to catapult this person towards their divine love, their divine connection. It's interesting because I've done several of these readings so far, and a couple of them have had very clear messages about the twin flame divine love connection. But Cancers, yours is like really, most of what I'm getting is about this union. So that's interesting. Let's see if there's any other energy that wants to come out for you, Cancer. But I mean, really, the divine wants you to know that you're very, very protected from that devil energy. Okay. So it's so interesting. Wow. Okay. So it's exactly what I was saying. Like, it's hard won. And the reason you're so protected is that there's vultures at the door, Cancer. So all this energy that I just grabbed, we have temptation. I'm still getting used to that. We have temptation, and this is the devil. Oh my God, Megan, there you go. Figure it out. Okay. I don't know if you probably haven't watched my other videos, but I got a new camera setup and new technology, and so I have a mirror effect. So when I look into the lens to be able to see if you can see my cards, they're flipped. So it's kind of like I'm having one of those moments of like trying to point to the correct card. Anyways, devil moment, okay? Temptation. So the vultures are at the gate is what I'm hearing. They're at the gate of your own mind, Cancer. So do not let this energy win. You let this energy win when you stay in mental conflict, when you stay in back and forth, when you stay in ignorance or pretending you don't know, or feeling lost, or feeling you gotta, is this, I forget whose reading this was. This may have been Taurus's reading, but it's all about creating space from this darker karmic energy. So if you haven't already, it's really important that you create space from it. The second that you create space, the higher downloads, the higher perspective may be able to find you and come through, and that's going to release you from this mental conflict and this energy. When we get into this space, it's usually because there's somebody It's not always. Sometimes it has to do with our own journey and our own stuff. But as like starseeds, as light workers, as twin flames, a lot of times we're super intuitive, we're super sensitive, we're sponges, we're taking in the energy around us. So you may be taking in the energy around you, and there could be some sort of psychic vampire energy, some, dark empath energy, some energy around you that's trying to get you off your path just because that's their purpose. That's what they do. It's not good or bad, it just is. It's like the polarity of the universe. So you're going to be able to hear yourself sort of think, and to find that clarity, and to hear your intuition when you grab space from them. Okay, so taking time out, the rest and rejuvenation came out on that last shuffle, the Four of Swords. So taking time out to really hear yourself, to get still and weed through. You're gonna want to really be mindful of what's coming from you and what's coming from others this month, okay? And we don't have the Sun in this reading, but we do have the Tower. So I do feel like the Tower is here breaking down all these barriers and these walls, all these shadows, all of these illusions, all of this sort of like hazy energy that's been fogging up the glass so you can't see clearly, that's been allowing this devil energy in, that keeps you in this mental conflict, okay, and this turmoil. And this, if you're cross watching, this could be for your person, so this is a little bit about like what's going on for them. But see, getting this the strength here, this is the power and the strength and the courage to overcome, to face the fears, to face the darkness, to face the shadow and the demons, and bring them out to the light. And the more time that you give yourself to kind of get into that space and rejuvenate, the more power you'll be able to kind of muster within yourself to move forward, because there is communication here. There is somebody that really wants to move forward. And again, like I said earlier, sometimes the Tower can have that effect where it like blasts you out the gate. It could be like, it's like chaos, and then the sun comes out, right? So it's like it's a storm, and then all of a sudden, it's 70 degrees and you're taking your layers off, so that is kind of like the energy I'm seeing for you here, Cancer. But even though there is quite a bit of like interference that I'm sensing and kind of feeling in this energy, that's why I was feeling such a strong message that you are so protected and there's nothing to fear, okay? But it is going to be very important for you to be able to discern when it's coming from you and when it's coming from someone else, because like I said, there's vultures at the gate here. And I don't know why they're coming for you. I mean, because you're powerful, because you're strong. The more powerful you are, the more you tend to have to face and overcome. And I don't know why. To learn your own strength, maybe. I don't know. But that just seems to be how it goes. So know that there's a union emerging from this pain and destruction and chaos. There is a union emerging. The light is shining through. I just am being called to give you one more outcome. Wow, that's 2 more outcomes. Okay. Stand your ground and release this fear. So if you feel yourself being trapped in fear and kind of stuck in a loop, Cancer, this month, know that it's not coming from you, and it's about standing up to that. What was this card that fell out? The Sacral. Okay, that's what I was feeling. So there might be like a sacral attachment for someone. And this could be a very specific message where this karmic energy has been interfering with the sacral. So that is an attachment. And that's again why I keep getting this message: take space, get away from this person. Okay. And this is probably on both sides, Cancer. So again, like if this is your person, you probably have some people like this in your life too that maybe you haven't been willing to look at. And the second that you look at it, it's actually going to help your person create that space with their own sacral attachments. But bottom of the deck here, we do have the Ace of Wands. So again, Spirit is all over this reading. Spirit's on it. It's kind of like, that's funny. I just heard like clean up on aisle 10. So it's like Spirit is cleaning this shit up, okay? You don't really need to be worried about it. You don't need to, so if you're watching for your person, you don't need to be worried about your person. You don't need to be feeding into any of this energy, any of this dark egoic energy. Don't feed into it, because that's only going to give it power, okay? So don't do that. Because it's already here, the lesson is just acknowledge, gain that higher perspective, and move forward. That's really how this energy, how you combat this energy, is you step into your fire, your flame. You ignite your flame within. You burn that passion, okay? That passion that moves you forward. You trust and you know. You take time for yourself in stillness. You take time to hear your own inner thoughts. This is a man meditating in the forest. How beautiful and peaceful is that, okay? So maybe for some, get out into the forest. But I do really get this message that there is a union grounding here. And it may be hard one. You may have to really stand your ground this month with those energies that want to come forward. Wow, Cancer, that's a lot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I hope this resonates. Please like, share, subscribe. All that is such a beautiful exchange of energy for me to do these readings. But if you're interested in diving deeper and knowing a little more what's going on with you, I do offer personal readings as well. Okay, I'm sending you guys so much love. Make sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, other placements.